Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan and this video is all about my yearly favorites. And so we've completed 2025 successfully, and thank you guys so much for watching my videos each and every time and supporting my channel, and wishing each and every one of y'all a very happy and prosperous new year. Yeah, these are the products I have absolutely loved, used pretty much throughout the year and like the later half of the year, and used it like non-stop every single time. There are a lot of products I really like. Of course, you guys have seen my collection, it's pretty huge, but every single time I feel like I reach out for these over all of those products, and that's the reason I thought I should include these. So let's get started. First up in the primer category, this is the only primer I recommend. This is the only primer I always talk about because it's just that good. I just feel like I don't ever reach out for another primer ever since I've got this. This is like my second tube of this. I've emptied an entire one, and that's not common for me because I'm not a makeup empty person. I'm intentionally trying to finish up a lot of makeup products, but it's a little bit harder. But this one was like easy for me because I pretty much used it every single day, and I use a generous amount of it. You don't really have to use a generous amount of it, but this works for me with all of my foundations, skin tints, my base makeup. Everything goes really well with this. You just have to like apply it like this in a dragging motion and let it rest like that, and I've never had any problem with product spilling on top of this or having weird issues of blending and all of that. So yeah. So for foundations, I feel like more than foundations, I was so much into skin tints, tinted moisturizer the last year, especially for like day-to-day usage. When I'm going out, I don't really want something so heavy. Like when I'm filming videos or anything, I like foundations, but on a day-to-day basis, I like tinted moisturizer. This Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. This is in the shade 4W1 Tawny. It's what I have on my face right now. It's a perfect match for my skin tone, and I absolutely love the finish of this, the lasting power of this. It does look a little bit darker for my skin tone, but I don't really mind that, and I used this so much, and I'm still not emptied this, and this is just a 25 ml tube. And then for a newer launch later half of the year, the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour tinted serum. This one I have in the shade tan. This is also a really nice product. It has great coverage. It's not too matte, not too dewy, so it looks very skin-like, very polished, and it doesn't look like an affordable-ish product on your face. So I really like this one. It is worth the price. It's such good high quality. And the first half of the year, I was using this Urban Decay Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator so much. I used to get so many compliments on this. This is a little bit thick and creamy. You wouldn't like this if you have oily skin. This is specifically for people with dry skin, winter months. You would love the glow on this one. It has great coverage as well. But if you want a really affordable alternative to this, you can try out the House of Makeup Luminous Skin Tint. This is luminous again. It's a little bit thick, it's creamy, but it gives you this beautiful flawless finish. And every single time I wear this, I get so many compliments. And I also like from you guys, I mean, like when I'm wearing this in videos, everyone's curious what I have on my face because it looks so flawless, blurred, great luminosity. Just makes your skin look really nice and healthy, but also has really good coverage. Then I have for a foundation, this one is the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation. This is again for people with dry skin, and also it's not something you would like if you have a lot of texture issues. I feel like it exaggerates it a little bit more, and also if you have very dry skin, like dry patches, it doesn't work really well that time. But for me, somehow this is just a really nice product. All of the Dior base products have worked out so well for me. I love the way this looks on my skin, makes my skin look so healthy and glowy. And when I have like an occasion to attend and I want my skin to look so good and like glowing from within, I use this. Then a skin tint I found towards the later half of the year, the Face Guard Super Serum Skin Tint. You can see how dirty it has gotten because I use this quite a bit, and this one is almost like borderline oily, so I wouldn't recommend this for anyone with oily skin during the humid weather condition, but I don't really mind it. And again, it looks really nice and healthy on my skin. And for concealers, I have a handful of it. My like go-to everyday concealer is this Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Concealer. I have this one in the shade 051. It is something I've pretty much used every single day, and I still haven't emptied this, and it's almost been a year. It's only 13 ml of product, and I don't know what it is that I'm not able to empty this one out, but it's such a great concealer for my skin tone. It's what I have underneath my eyes. It's very light in terms of coverage, but it just looks so good, so put together, makes you look really healthy. And even if you use it all over your face, you just look like you know what you're doing with your makeup. You know, that's the kind of product this is. It's very serum-like, very lightweight. If you have dry skin, you would love it. If you have mature skin, again, you would love that. And also something that is like mature skin, dry skin friendly is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I haven't used this as much towards the later half of the year because I was like, okay, I'm going to stick to the Lancome one and I'm going to empty that out. But no luck yet. The Mask Cancel Concealer is also really nice if you want a little bit more coverage, a little bit more of like a semi-matte finish. It's not very matte, but not very dewy. It's not a very creamy product as well, but it stays and it just stays put. It doesn't crease, doesn't cake, just amazing concealer. One of the best concealers, high-end and affordable I have tried out. I have this one in the shade 05. In the NYX, I have the shade Tan and also the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I still reach out for this one so much. It's been so many years, and this also, I don't think I'm anywhere near emptying this. And this is that concealer where I feel like, you know, my dark circles are on another level. I just want coverage and lasting power. This is the one I reach out for. If you have very dry skin, I'm not sure you'd like it, but it has good coverage. And then I don't really use powders, but for color corrector, the e.l.f. Putty color corrector is something I reach out for so much. I love it. I feel like it's a very hit or miss product with certain concealers because of that putty texture and a very sticky texture it has. It can tend to clump up underneath your eyes. It's not an easy product to work with, especially if you're a beginner, because it's like, you know, there's a way you blend this out. You let it rest for a bit, and certain products don't work with this. So I wouldn't recommend this for beginners anyhow. And for beginners, you can try out something like this Bobbi Brown concealer stick. I have used this so much and almost emptied it out. It's a great concealer stick, color corrector stick. Actually, I have this one in the shade Deep Peach, and this is really nice product, but it's not very pigmented. So if you have very intense dark circles pigmentation, you would need something more like the K Beauty color corrector or the Huda Beauty one. And then for a concealer palette, something that I discovered last year and have used it quite a bit ever since I got it is this one. This is a Makeup Forever blush and concealer palette, and it's not necessarily an affordable one, so I wouldn't recommend this if you are not looking for a concealer palette. You don't get use out of concealer palettes because again, here there are shades that I don't really use, like this one. Like I don't even need it to mix it. Like if I want to mix it to my perfect match, I have these two. Sometimes I like lighten this shade for a contour with this one and then use these two. These two are pretty much something I don't get use out of, but the blushes are again something I reach out for a lot, except these two, because they are a little bit too bright, but it's not like I wouldn't use them at all. There might be times I might use this shade again, but overall I find more use out of this concealer palette, and it's very light. Again, in terms of coverage, in terms of pigmentation, it's not a very thick product. If you're familiar with the Insight Cosmetics concealer palette, that is thick, so it gives you more coverage. It's also a little bit too creamy, so it might crease a lot. This one, it's not like that. It's very skin-like, but not great in terms of coverage. And for blush, I used this one a lot. This one is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip and Cheek Glow in the shade Sunset Bronze Glow. I love this shade. It's what I have on my face right now. I'm not even sure if you're able to see it because I try to like mellow it down because I don't want to have blush blindness at this point. But also Huda Beauty Latte and Fake Beauty Nutty are some of the blushes that I reached out for a lot last year. I just happened to forget it when I was getting it here. And also I used most of my lipsticks as blushes. And then for bronzer, Too Faced bronzer in the shade Chocolate Caramel. This is my perfect bronzer shade. It has the right amount of warmth, and it's also something that doesn't look too red on my skin, and I just love this, and it smells so delicious. Every single time I use it, I'll be like, why do you smell so good? So this is so nice. And the NARS Laguna bronzer, the undertone of this NARS Laguna, this is NARS Laguna 04, is just perfect for my skin. And I have realized after using this that I like a little bit of red in my bronzer, and that's the reason I reach out for this one so much. I'm never going to upgrade to a full size of this because I don't use bronzers like that much that I would empty it out, but this is more than enough for me, and this would, I think, last me a lifetime. But I love this and use this so much. For eyebrows, these two, okay, this one is the Hilary Rhoda eyebrow pencil. This is in the shade black. You can get this on Amazon, I believe, and this is really jet black, so I use this just towards like this part of my eyebrow when I want to fill it in. But for day-to-day usage, I use the Relove Power Brow. It's in the shade dark brown. It's a great match for my eyebrows. It's like somewhat natural looking, not too artificial, and it just gets the job done. I mean, it doesn't stay in place for too long, but I don't mind that. And these are the ones that I use the most. And then when it comes to eyeshadows, these single eyeshadows from Mars, the Northern Lights in the Pan, all of the variants I have, I've used it so much. The Too Faced Disco Crush eyeshadows, these are so good, so foily, glittery, but no fallout, and just look amazing on the eyes. So I highly recommend, if you find them on discount, to pick it up. You will never regret it. And single eyeshadows are what I was using pretty much all of that here last year. And the e.l.f. single eyeshadow is also something I have reached out for. I have so many different shades, but the one I have right now on my eyes is Champagne Showers, which is okay, but it looks much better with a base eyeshadow. But sometimes I'm just too lazy, so I just apply it just on its own. And for Kajal, the RENEE Black Kajal. Where is the black? Yeah, the Midnight Kohl pencil. I cannot remember doing an eyeshadow look without this. I at least use this to tightline, and I just love this. It's pigmented black, but it's not transfer proof. It does transfer just immediately onto my lower lash line as well. I also got it in the brown variant. I do like it. It's nice and pigmented, but however, I like the Fee Beauty brown kajal so much more because it doesn't smudge and bleed that much. So this is a really nice kajal again. And for mascara, the one I recommend if you have like invisible lashes and you want something that is lengthening as well as volumizing and gives you that hold, is this Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. It is so good, and I love this one. You can mix it with other mascaras and all of that, and you just look like you have false lashes on. I mean, if you have lengthier lashes, so good, but if you have invisible, barely there lashes, then you still would like this. And then for highlighter, the only highlighter I remember using last year, I did try out a lot of those. I stuck to using the K-Beauty, the Nykaa one, the Dio one, but something that I fell in love with is the Mars Glow Fly Liquid Highlighter. It is so good. If you own this, you don't really need any high-end highlighters. See? It's what I have on my face right now. Look at that glow. It doesn't have visible shimmer. It doesn't look chunky at all. Absolutely love it. Then moving on to lips. The Nudestix crayon in the shade Retro is my go-to. And again, I'm trying to finish this up, but it's taking forever. And it's nice and pigmented, very long-lasting. Use this as a lip liner and then use any of these Romand lip tints on top of that. They are like a foolproof combination, pretty much last you the entire day, and I don't even like reapply it. Sometimes if I feel like it's looking a little bit like messy and I just want to reapply, I use these juicy lasting tints. The most used shade for me was Fig and Peeling Angdu. That was the shade I used the most, and then Eucademia and Dark Coconut as well. So Dark Coconut, what I used to do is pair it with the Maybelline Teddy Tint in the shade Keep It Cozy. So I used to apply this one, a thin layer of it, and then apply this one on top, and again a very foolproof combination of products. And then let's move on to some skincare products. So for moisturizer, you guys know it. It's my Bioderma Autoderm cream. I love this moisturizer. No matter what moisturizer I try out, I go back to this one. I use this for my face, body. I have tried out so many different moisturizers. I've emptied so many different ones, but I still go back to these. And then for my micellar water, it's always the Garnier micellar water. I have gone through bottles and bottles of this. Still one of my best. And especially when I'm doing a lot of lip swatches, I feel like these are so helpful. And then for sunscreen, it's the Wishcare sunscreen. I've used the Dermaco one, the Aqualogica one. These are like my most used sunscreens. And for face serums, it is niacinamide and vitamin C face serum from the Dermaco again. And I've also started to use tretinoin, but this was prescribed by a dermat. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone just to try it out like that because it's a very, very potent product. But this is something I have started to incorporate on my skin, and my skin is working really well with that. I have tried out a lot of different skincare, like the Korean skincare products, a lot of it, and most of it haven't worked out for me. So let me know if you want me to make a dedicated video on all of the Korean skincare products I've tried out, but most of it is going to be negative, and I'm not sure how many people are going to be happy with that because I've never seen results with. These were the lip balms I've used. This one is a pretty new addition. This one is the indē Caffeine Addict Dewy Lip Treatment. This one is the OG lip treatment, which I've used a lot and I love it. The Laneige Glaze Craze Tinted Lip Serum is also something I absolutely love and reach out for the most. But over all of these lip balms, I feel like these lip tints work out really well for my dry, dehydrated, dull looking. And then for hair care, the System Professional Color Save Shampoo, I've gone back to this because I color my hair, and to make the hair color look a lot more vibrant, not a lot dry, I use these very specific products from this brand because it's worked out for me so well, and it's been like 3 to 4 years since I've been using them. Now you might be like, your hair looks dry. It's because I washed it. The day of hair wash, my hair will look a little bit dry, but by the next day you'll be like, look at her hair. For hair oil, I use this indē Miracle Oiling Treatment. I initially thought it was not doing much to my hair, but I want to say maybe it has reduced my hair fall to an extent. I'm not sure. Like, I feel like there's more volume to my hair and it's like making my roots a little bit stronger, but maybe it's just in my head. I love the scent on this one and that's the reason I reach out for it. And it's just maybe a simple, like same old oiling treatment, but because of the packaging, it makes you want to reach out for it so much more. So I like this product. I've been using it pretty much, you can see. Then this was a serum that was recommended by my stylist, the one who colored my hair, and he was like, try this out, you're gonna love it. So this one is 310X. I don't know how do you even pronounce this. So this one is their hydrating frizz fixer cream, and this one is their nourishing hair serum. Both of these have been working out so well for my hair, and it's just not making it look very dry and dull and frizzy. So I love this. I do have a lot of breakage, okay? I noticed this because I started to use the Dyson Coral a lot, and at one point of time my hair was a little bit wet and I went ahead and like straightened my hair with that, and I think that led to a lot of breakage. So I'm still trying to like reduce the heat and fix that situation. And a Redken shampoo and conditioner was something I used a lot, but the shampoo I felt like was weighing my hair down after a while, especially when it was like heavy monsoon season. Monsoon and my hair just don't go well hand in hand, so that's when I stopped using the shampoo, but I continued using the conditioner, which I'm almost emptying it. And whose genius idea was it to put a conditioner in this kind of a bottle? How am I supposed to squeeze it out? You know how hard it is and the things, the circus I have to do in my shower and to get this product out, but it's a really nice conditioner. I used to never be a conditioner person, and now I'm using conditioner and all. I'm just a hair mask person. And for hair mask, the L'Oreal Clay hair mask, that was so good during the summer months. Like all this oily scalp situation was taken care of so well, and it was not drying my hair out that much. And the Dove hair mask, the System Professional Color Save also has a Color Save hair mask. That is something I have used a lot. Really good hair care products. And of course, how can I not mention the Olaplex number 7 bonding oil? So good. Really nice product. And I also use the Redken, let me get that. Okay, unfortunately I can't find it, but the Redken leave-in treatment is also something I absolutely love and recommend. Okay, for perfume, this is like my signature perfume and I love this, and I've got so many compliments from strangers as well and from unexpected places with this one. This is strong, a little bit powdery. You wouldn't like it if you are sensitive to fragrances and you have migraine and all of that, but it's so good. The sillage, the lasting power on this one, especially if you spritz it on your fabric, your whole cupboard also will smell good, like even after a wash. It's that good, this product. For deodorant, this Sol de Janeiro Rio Deo is something I use pretty much every single day, and I'm still not emptying this. I'm not sure what the issue is. It comes off like this, but don't panic, it's a refillable packaging. It's just you fix it like this, okay? This is something I use every single day. Apply it on your underarm area and make sure to rub it in nicely, otherwise it will stain your clothes, but such a good product. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Do let me know what were your absolute favorite products for the year 2025, and let me know what other videos you'd like to watch as we progress. So yeah, let me know that as well, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.